This is a video for the owners of Cooley Kaboom. Well, Debbie and Tammy, we took Cooley Kaboom up to the New Jersey horse trials up in Allentown, and we contested our first open preliminary. This is a big step up. There's a huge jump from sort of training modified level up to prelim, and Kaboom delivered nicely. We had an early start today. We left the farm at about 4:30 in the morning, arrived at the event at about 7:30, and this is Kaboom's dressage at about 8:30. She put in a decent test. I wasn't too worried about the dressage, to be honest. I was most concerned about the cross country. Kaboom's always been good on the flat. She's was a little green at this new test. There was obviously a lot of new movements here. We had counter canter, extended canter on a circle, and leg yields in the trot. Kaboom did well actually. She scored a 30. So for our first go at the preliminary level, a score of 30 is not too bad. We finished in 7th place after the dressage. It was quite a big field. There was 25 horses in the field, so even on her first attempt she was sort of in the top group of finishers. Kaboom's been working very well at home. I feel like our biggest focus has been the cross country. We've had a wonderful season of good rain, so our cross country schooling field has had wonderful footing. So I've been taking Kaboom out to the cross country once a week and just sort of showing her all the new sort of different types of cross country questions that she's going to be faced with at the preliminary level. All in all, I was thrilled with her. I didn't quite know what to expect taking her in her first prelim, and she impressed me. We had a clear round in the show jumping, which you'll see in the moment, and then she was an absolute rocket ship in the cross country. I was really pleased. It was quite a challenging course. We actually managed to get quite a lot of footage on the video today. I think with her training at home, we're just quietly chipping along. Our next competition, I think I'd like to take her to Bromont up in Canada, which is not really that crazy far from our farm here in Pennsylvania. This will be our first FEI start together. I think it's in about a month's time. I'd like to do the 2-star short, so it will be a smidgen harder than what we experienced over the competition at New Jersey, but after the way she travelled around the course, I was very impressed with the way she's going. The conditions at the competition were great. Like I said, the northeast has been getting blasted with rain. Eventing in July can be pretty miserable with the ground being hard and it being very hot and humid, and we've been very lucky with great conditions for eventing. As you can see here, the dressage test was good. We got lots of 7s, a few 8s, and a couple 6s. Her general work is good. She's a lovely mover. The biggest thing is trying to get a sort of a consistent connection in her top line. She's sort of one of these horses. She's got a little bit of a short neck, and she gets a little bit bouncy up and off the contact a bit. But my biggest goal this weekend was just a completion in a confident way, and I felt like she actually jumped around the show jumping and the cross country in a confident way. I was really impressed with her. Obviously this is the show jumping, and she was one of the first horses in the open prelim to go, and she's obviously done a fair bit of jumping in Europe, so this phase is probably our strongest phase. She's a very good jumper. She sort of jumps a little bit in 2 parts. She sort of jumps up high with her head and her shoulder and her wither, and then the back end follows. The good thing is also she's quite light in the mouth. She's not a strong horse, so I just ride her in a snaffle. So she doesn't sort of get strong or pull your arms out or anything like that. We've been working hard at Kaboom's fitness. I think this is another area that we've got to stay focused on. She's little bit of a warm blood horse. So at our facility here in Pennsylvania, we've got a great exercise track, and she's sort of been doing once a week, usually on Saturdays. We've got a long hill gallop, and she goes up that, it's a mile long, she goes up that twice at about prelim speed. So she usually does that on a Saturday if she's not competing. So the cross country course was challenging. It had everything you could imagine. It's a longer course than what you're used to, I think it was a bit over 6 minutes. I didn't go crazy fast on it. My biggest goal was to sort of get around this course unscathed, and like I said to you before, she was very, very impressive. We were about 20 seconds over the time, so we picked up 6.8 time penalties, and we ended up finishing in 4th place out of 25 horses. So I was really, really pleased with her. She really stepped up this weekend. Anyway, I look forward to checking in with you again, and we'll start getting fired up and focused for Bromont in a month's time.